Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Neil Bruce if you've not been here before. Today we're going to be doing a little bit more of an informal video, basically talking about why I didn't upload a video for the last 6 months. I'm not expecting any sympathy or anything, I've kind of put myself in these positions, but basically just going to run through exactly why I didn't, what was going on, and hopefully this will be a good reference point for me to look back on in the future and kind of see what was going on. And also, if anyone's going through some stuff, then maybe this will be relatable content, I don't know. But I'm not going to go too deep, I'll just try and be as honest as possible and kind of look at things objectively. So without further ado, without any further rambling, let's get right into it. So I'd say the main reason that I stopped making videos was because I sort of lost motivation. It kind of happens a lot for me, really. Going through a lot of things in life like that I've tried to start doing, I tend to give up on things, which is not a great trait to have, but it's the truth. And I don't know where it comes from, but essentially I'll just get like 3 months into starting a new hobby or trying something new and I'll kind of just give up slowly. So I guess that's probably part of the reason, but also with the motivation, it was just kind of difficult to continue making videos when at the time I'd made like 40, 45 maybe videos, and I hadn't really seen much progress on the channel, which was kind of hard to stomach when I was putting so much time and energy into it, which, I mean, I shouldn't be expecting to get anywhere. I don't think my videos are that good yet, which is something that I'm trying to improve on. You know, I've got like proper lights now. I think this camera angle is better than last week. I've got a plant in the background, so it's a little bit more interesting. But, you know, the quality of my videos is not amazing, something that I'm definitely trying to improve on. So I wouldn't say that I deserved to get anywhere that I hadn't. It was just quite difficult to continue pumping out the videos without seeing any results. I think that's the same as anyone. You know, if people are going to the gym and they're not seeing results, they tend to stop going. So it's probably quite similar to that. So, you know, when I stopped making videos and then one of my videos kicked off, then I thought that that would be a good opportunity to get back into it. And I guess that's quite cynical because you're supposed to make YouTube videos as a hobby, and I definitely do enjoy making them, but it's just a sort of psychological toll that it takes on you when it's not going right. And I think that's just kind of something that happens in life, you know. We're all set up to kind of want that sort of reward system. You do something, you expect to get something out of it, and when you don't, you feel sad or you feel like you should have done. And so I guess that's one of the main reasons why I stopped making the videos. So now that that point's done, let's move on. I'd say the second point as to why I stopped making the videos was due to moving out of the flat that I was in with my girlfriend. I used to live with my girlfriend, I now no longer do. I've moved back in with my parents. It was a tough period because, you know, you are living with someone that you love and then you just can't anymore. And the reasons that we couldn't were simply financial. She's going to university, I was going to university, and then I was struggling to get a job, and we kind of wanted to save up to buy a house instead of renting because renting is so expensive. Council tax is a bitch. So it was impossible for us to stay living together because of that. And as much as it was a difficult time for us in our relationship in terms of, you know, seeing each other drastically less. I mean, she's got COVID as I'm making this video, which means that we couldn't see each other this weekend. So it's quite a difficult time in that sense, but also just like a change of circumstances completely. You know, I'm now living back with my parents. That's a strange concept, and like making videos when they're in the house feels weird because I feel like I can be heard. You know, I've waited until they've gone out today so I can record this. When I'm living with my girlfriend, I can just make a video anytime. It's kind of easier that way because, well, I started making them when we were living together, so it made more sense to me. If anyone out there is struggling financially when they've just moved out, just know that, like, it's normal. Electricity bills are so expensive, especially right now. They've gone up in price again. It's really hard to actually save up money whilst living away, which is why I guess it's quite a good thing to stay living with your parents when you're in your early 20s, because if you have that as an option, as much as it sounds like privileged, and I know that I definitely am privileged, is that I can live with my parents and save up money, and that'll be good for my future. I think it's something that's worth doing if you can. It obviously, if you aren't in that position and that advice isn't for you, and you know, it's a far more difficult time for you, and I appreciate that. I'm very lucky to be in the position I'm in to do that. So as much as it was difficult, I do also really appreciate having this as like a fallback option, and so I really can't complain. That's the second point, that I've kind of made the problem for myself, and I guess that's the whole problem. But you know, trying to keep it light. Let's move on to the final point. When I finally did get a job after the period of time where I didn't have one and we had no money, and so I had to move back in with my parents. When I did get a job, I'm now working full time. And so fitting in making these YouTube videos whilst working full time is really difficult. And I don't know if this is something that everyone experiences when they start a full-time job for the first time, or if it's just me being terrible at time management. But I don't know why, but when I get home from work or I finish work for the day, I can't record a video. Like, I'm just not in the right headspace. So with that included with spending time with family and spending time with my girlfriend and going to the gym, playing football, which I do every Monday, Thursday, kind of leaves only Sunday to make a video. And for a while, I didn't even think of it like that. I kind of saw Sunday as like my day of rest, keeping it very biblical there. But right now, I only have Sunday to make videos. And today is Sunday. I got to today and I was like, I really don't feel like making a video today. And so it kind of puts a lot of unnecessary pressure on when you've only got one day to do it, whereas back when I was making YouTube videos all the time, 2 a week, I would just be able to record them at any time. And I guess in that sense I kind of need to start making them in advance, and then I won't have that pressure on myself. So again, another self-made issue as to why I didn't make any videos for a while. So I think, all in all, if you are someone who's made YouTube videos, or you're thinking about making YouTube videos, it's only as hard as you make it. I think I've kind of put a lot of these blockades in the way for myself for no apparent reason, but also life gets in the way sometimes. You can't always do what you want to do. I can't describe to you how much I want this YouTube thing to work out for me in the long run. So that's kind of something that's been really difficult about not making them, is kind of that missed opportunity. So that's why I'm back, and I really want to take the bull by the horns here and do this, because I love chatting rubbish to people. Like, that is the main thing that's like good about life, is shared experiences. And like, if you can't experience something yourself, then if someone can at least take the time to tell you about it, then that's really appreciated. Going forward, you know, we're 357 people strong right now, I think, which is absolutely mind-blowing. You know, when I started making YouTube videos a year ago, I said to myself that my initial goal was to hit 100 subscribers in the first year, and I would be more than content. Having expectations is always going to set you up for failure, I guess, because the more that you expect, the less that you're going to feel gratitude for the amount that you do achieve. So that's kind of a life lesson that I've just sprinkled in there. You know what? I've chatted a lot of rubbish here today. I hope that some of it has been inspiring. I think I've talked really negatively, so I can't imagine that's going to happen. But as I said at the start of this video, this is simply just kind of like going to be a timestamp for me to look back at, watch this video, see what was going on in my head, and that'll be a positive thing. And like, saying all of this out loud, again, a positive thing. Saying this on the internet where anyone can watch it, it's going to be a positive thing, because like, a problem shared is a problem halved. So that's really good. And I think for people watching this, if you are in a situation where things aren't going right, just kind of having it in the back of your mind that it's going to work out is really important. And that's kind of what's got me through the darkest times. So if there's any takeaway from this video, it's don't make problems for yourself, and definitely that there's light at the end of the tunnel no matter what's going on. So have a great week, everyone. Hopefully I'll be back next Monday at 6 p.m. This is gonna be the time I'm gonna start doing this, and I really hope that you guys can come along for the journey, and I hope I haven't been too boring here. So thanks very much for watching. I appreciate it so much, and see you next Monday. Cheers.